Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Bismillah. Astaghfirullah. Subhanallah. Good morning, everyone. The Sandusky New Deal is now available. 250 member slots are available, founding member slots. I'm announcing something that I've been building for months, something that changes the game for working people in Ohio and possibly beyond. The Sandusky New Deal, community-backed emergency access and financial resilience. This isn't charity. This isn't a loan program. This isn't even a discount service. This is a prepared readiness infrastructure for people who understand that one arrest, one warrant, one bad counter with law enforcement can destroy everything that you've worked for. Here's the reality that we're living in. Most adults ages 21 to 35 don't have $500 in emergency cash. A standard DUI bond, $500 to $800. But by the time that you call a traditional bondsman in crisis mode, you're looking at $1,000 to $1,500 in fees, travel charges, and other predatory add-ons that are complete bullshit. And it's not just the money. What happens when you sit in jail? You miss work, you lose your job, your income drops to nothing, your family scrambles, and time doesn't stop. The world keeps moving while you're stuck. I've been on the other side of those walls, and I know what it's like when the door doesn't open up unless the guard pushes a button. It's heartbreaking. And the worst part, we're all just one bad cop away from financial ruin. Traditional bail is reactive. You call when you're desperate, you call when you're at your absolute lowest, and you pay whatever they charge. You have no leverage. And the Sandusky New Deal gives you that leverage. What is the Sandusky New Deal? The Sandusky New Deal is a membership-based framework that's operated through Erie Life Health and Surety, LLC. What you get is priority eligibility for all bail bond services, life insurance, and health insurance. This is a liquidity readiness buffer for real emergencies. This is a locals first risk management system, and this is a pathway to career opportunities in the bail and recovery industry. What this is not a loan program. This is not a discount or rebate on premiums. I don't do that shit. Don't you dare lie and say that I do that shit. This is not a guarantee of bail or release. We have to listen to the courts, folks. And last but not least, this is not an investment contract. This is a membership. This is a membership to a Substack. Now, how this works. We have limited community enrollment. We have 250 founding member slots available total. Ohio residents are prioritized. We're expanding to Wayne County in Michigan, Gary, Indiana, Horry County, South Carolina, DeKalb County in Atlanta, Georgia, and Miami-Dade County in Florida. Each slot represents risk capacity, not a guaranteed service, meaning you get risk up to a certain amount. Let me give you guys examples. We have fixed membership contributions, meaning you pay one time and you don't pay again until you need the service. Members can choose their tier based on their coverage needs. $125 gets you up to $25K in coverage eligibility. $250 up to $50,000. $500 up to $100,000 worth of bond coverage. $1,000 up to $200,000 worth of bond coverage, and $2,500 to $400,000 worth of coverage. You are my partner at that level. If you have $2,500 or better, we're gonna build a company together. Now, these contributions support administrative readiness, liquidity reserves, compliance, and underwriting capacity. These also fund staff wages and educational workshops for aspiring bail bondsmen and recovering agents. These are not refundable. Like, you give me the money and it's mine, sorry. These do not guarantee bail. The courts decide the bail. I am at the mercy of the courts. We need to work together as a community to get around the court system, but at the end of the day, we still listen to the courts. And these does not replace statutory fees, meaning like if me or one of my agents have to come out at 2 a.m, you're still subject to a $150 after hour fee, even if like you made your one-time contribution. What members receive is priority eligibility for bail bond services on qualifying cases subject to state law, court approval, surety, underwriting, and compliance. Members receive priority consideration for bonds at rates that beat the shit out of every other bail bondsman alive. Real examples from this week. Someone needed a $5,000 bond, standard rate $500. I quoted $250. That's the kind of pricing that members get. Now they still owe the same $500, but instead of owing it to ABC bail bonds, to Crum and Foster, to AIA surety, you have a really, really cool and understanding underwriter that can really help you, that's driven to help you. Think about it. In addition to that, we also offer cash assistance when applicable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been broke, I've been fucked up, I've been hungry, guys. The worst thing ever is like, feeling feeling like you can't ask anybody for anything, or like when you've completed work in the world and nobody paid you yet. You have to beg for money that's already yours. It's fucking insane. So we offer cash assistance to help alleviate that issue. Certain tiers may include cash assistance for emergency stabilization, transportation, work interruption coverage, and administrative costs. Cash assistance is not tied to bail issuance. It's not contingent upon arrest. The cash assistance is governed by internal programs and rules, and it's subject to modification. We also offer career pipeline access. Members in good standing gain access to training and certification as bail bondsman, recovery agent, that's a bounty hunter, recovery agent training, office administrative roles paying $25 an hour just to sit on your phone and complete applications and watch YouTube videos. And then we also have sub-producing agent opportunities. So as a sub-agent, you would get, I'll kick the crap out of any contract you got. Lexi, if you're watching this, Erica, if you're watching this, Grace Meyer, if you're watching this, come holla at your boy. I'll get you the money that you fucking deserve. Now, this is where it gets powerful. You're not just protecting yourself from financial ruin with the career pipeline. You're gaining access to a wide open, underserved industry that can genuinely make you wealthy. The bail and recovery industry is one of the few places where people with lived experience in the system is an asset rather than a disqualifier. Felons, hit me up. People with shitty backgrounds, hit me up. People who want to make something out of themselves and break out of the matrix, hit me up. Now, why this fights degeneracy and lowers the crime rate? The expressed interest of my job, of the goal of my organization, Erie Life Health and Surety, is to lower the crime rate and decrease degeneracy. That's almost ancillary and antithetical to my goal as a bail bondsman. But let me explain why this makes sense. Front-loading responsibility instead of back-loading consequences. Front-loading responsibility instead of back-loading consequences. When you pay into this before you need it, several things happen. Number one, you protect an asset that you already own. Getting arrested doesn't just mean bail costs anymore. It means potentially losing your investment, your priority status, and your career pathway. That's a true deterrent. It's been a couple times this week, idiots have came up to me saying, "What's up, bro? You want to fight?" And I tell them, "Fuck no, dude. I could be rich. You're not gonna be rich." You know what I'm saying? Like you just move different when you have that in your mind, man. Number two, you shift from crisis mode to preparedness mode. We meet you while you're stable and thinking clearly rather than while you're desperate and broke. Anybody that's desperate and broke right now, they're not gonna have $200. They're not gonna have $125. They're not even gonna have $20 fucking dollars. They're gonna look at me and think I'm begging for money, which is fucking crazy because I'm literally the only one willing to help 99% of you. But I mean, you know, like we all have options. I mean, like we can all. We have to get off of that mindset of working as much as possible to stay out of trouble. Like we just need to raise our consciousness a little bit and stay out of trouble. Like, I mean, I was talking to a really good friend of mine the other day, and he told me he don't want nobody to think he has any problems and that he wants to worry about all his own shit on his own. Once we started getting into it and getting defensive, but 15 minutes before that, he said, "I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, man. I'll be working all the time and I'll be broke." And it's like, that amount of hubris is gonna leave you sunk in life. We have to break out of crisis mode and stay ready and prepared. You join a community of people holding each other accountable. You have 250 brothers and sisters who all have a skin in the game that want to see you succeed. And last but not least, you learn financial discipline through foresight rather than pain. I'm telling you that little $20, $50, $100, $125, $250, $500, $1,000 to $2,500 that you invest with me, it's gonna come right back. Like the same day, the same week. This is a prepaid responsibility in an industry that only sells emergency parachutes when you're already falling. Last but not least, we need to talk extensively about the legal compliance framework. The Sandusky New Deal is structured to comply with all bail premium statutes. The 10% rule stays intact. You do owe me the same 10% as all the other bond companies. We also go against anti-rebating laws. We follow surety underwriting requirements. We follow all court reporting obligations. I'm actually required by state law to report any of my clients' payments plans directly to the clerk of courts, as well as underwriting with the insurance company that's handling your bond. And last but not least, we follow all Ohio administrative codes. I want to operate firmly and fervently within the law. Now, to be clear, bail premiums are never discounted before statutory minimums. You owe 10% to me, just like you owe 10% to the court. No funds are exchanged in return for bail issuance. You get approved by the company, and you're subject to underwriting. All bonds remain fully discretionary to underwriting, and all failures to comply are reportable to courts and insurers. You will get your bond revoked, and I keep your money. So what happens if terms are violated? If a member misses required obligations, misrepresents eligibility, or violates his bond conditions, then their priority eligibility is revoked, their bond may be surrendered, courts and insurers will be notified, and the member may be flagged as a flight risk. It's serious, and it's designed that way. Now, who's this for? This is for working adults, 18 to 44, local families with jobs and obligations, people who understand risk preparedness, and community members willing to support structure. This is not for anyone seeking guaranteed bail. This is not for anybody trying to game the system and get cheaper bonds. This is not for non-locals. Not yet. And this is not for individuals who's unwilling to comply with the court rules. How to join? Option 1, we have direct contact. You can DM me on any social media platform with New Deal, and I'll send you the application. You can subscribe to Substack at $20 a month. After 6 months of consistent membership, you will automatically be enrolled in Sandusky's New Deal. And here's a special offer the next 7 days only. Anyone who currently owes me payments and pays up within the next 7 days will be automatically enrolled. Now the process after you apply, it isn't one-click enrollment, and that's because this is a serious decision. It comes with eligibility screening, written acknowledgments, slot assignments, and ongoing compliance check-ins. We will be in regular contact. This is a relationship, not a transaction. We're not done after you give me the money. And last but not least, why is it called Sandusky's New Deal? The name is intentional. Franklin Delano Roosevelt understood that when working people have no safety net, that everyone suffers. The original New Deal was about building infrastructure before the next collapse. This is the same philosophy applied to bail and emergency access. We have collective preparedness over individual desperation, mutual reinforcement over charity, infrastructure over scrambling, and discipline over panic. This is me telling wealthy people, give up some of your money now before you have to give up all of it later. And this is me telling working people, prepare now or pay 10 times more when the crisis hits. The bigger picture. If this deal works in Sandusky, this is going to scale across the entirety of the East Coast. The next 6 months will determine the future of this model. If you have kids, think about what kind of system you want them navigating within if they ever face legal trouble. We can all say, yeah, my kid, I'm gonna raise my kid right, I'm not gonna do this, that, there. But when the rubber hits the road, we all get into some shit. Think about all the good people who missed holidays with their families because they couldn't make bail. Think about someone who was turning their life around, but they hit that bump in the road and it's all over with now. By saving someone else, you save yourself. By saving someone else, you save yourself. By saving someone else, you save yourself. And here's my commitment to you. I'm coming 24/7, 365. I'm a servant to my community. This is the purpose of my life. When I can no longer serve this purpose, I'm probably not going to be here anymore. I'm here for you, for real. I tried to run away from my destiny for years. I can't anymore. None of us can run from what we're meant to do. We can only delay it or walk away from it, but it always catches us. This caught me, and now I'm building something that matters. We have 250 we have 250 founding member slots. That's it. Once they're gone, folks. The next enrollment window won't open until December 2026. Founding members get locked-in rates and priority access that later members won't receive. If you ever called me in an emergency and thought, damn, I wish I had just saved up and been ready, this is your chance. Lock in your number, lock in your protection, and let's lock in your future. DM me New Deal to start your application. The Sandusky New Deal is operated by Erie Life Health and Surety LLC. All services are subject to eligibility, state law, court approval, and surety underwriting. This is not legal advice. I'm not your lawyer. I'm your bail bondsman. And members are responsible for understanding all terms and conditions. Let's build something that lasts.